Let's say welcome back to James Bond 007 for Game Boy. We'll start the old timer back up here. Um, we're getting kind of an early start again, which is good. Because we might have to go through this game again tonight, we'll see. Here's our save. Looked. We are probably in the last level. I honestly don't know for sure. Oh, I have the machete. I don't know if there's like any... Oh, I don't have the machete. Get away from you. Missions. Alright, hey mister, look what you did. Without Iqbal to protect us, the rebels destroyed our village. I wonder if I'm gonna get a machete. Alright, so I can't get through there. You can see the burning building. Oh my god. This game is dark. We had the guy who like died in the desert over like multiple courses of lives, just decaying and getting buried in the sand, and now you have this guy being pecked at by birds. Vultures, crows, whatever. I can't get them off. You're also dead, I'm assuming. Go in there. This might be the last level, because I beat Odd Job yesterday. I have no idea what to expect. Trying to see if I can do anything to get the birds out of there. Can't go in there. Up in. Okay, there's the first person I've seen. Yeah, let's do it. I spit in your face. My husband Iqbal would have saved us from Saddam's men. Oomph. So I guess they're like messing with the timeline a bit because they have Saddam, real world figure, being mentioned here. You saved us from Iqbal, but you didn't make our lives any better. My uncle Mustafa is north of here. I could use your help. Help him win our freedom. You'll need this machete to get past the bushes. I wonder if I should be wearing... I can wear the light vest. Assuming I probably don't have to worry about that for like the last boss type mission, so... Can't open that. Can't get around that. Also can't get the birds with the machete. Are you the uncle? Bond. Oh, 008! I'm sorry, old friend. I had hoped that you would make it back to London. What's this? This pen looks like one of Q's inventions. By 008. Alright, so now I have the exploding pen. I think there's just one last thing. There's like a mirror or something. What's this? Oh, you got me a heavy vest. By 008. The manual mentions like a mirror that can reflect lasers. That's the only thing that is in the manual that I have not seen at all yet. Do I seriously just use the pen like immediately? Sure do. Alright, well that was fun. And it's a single-use thing, it looks like. Interesting. Hey, Trauma Turtle, how are you doing? One of the best Game Boy games? This is still my first playthrough. I might have to go through it again because I hear there's a best ending, and I'm playing this completely blind, so if I don't luck my way into the best ending, then I'm just gonna look up a guide and do it. So this is day 2. I went through a lot of it yesterday. But I think this is the last level, I'm not 100% sure. But hopefully you're doing well. It's been a while. I haven't streamed in a while either. I streamed yesterday, but it's been like since before that. Oh, okay. This is gonna be interesting. We have some med kits. So I just have to like hope I get through properly. Oh. That's not a way to go? Interesting. That looked like a way to go. Yeah, I really do like it a lot. It's been like a fun little mix of genres. Like, I'm surprised at how dark how dark the game is, like tone wise. Not too ridiculously hard, which is nice too. I don't know if I needed to kill those guys, but it did anyway. Yeah, I'm doing alright. It's been a busy day. But other than that, I'll punch everything to see if there's any secrets to grab. Actually, what I'm going to do is walk. I find that the guns have not been too incredibly helpful in most cases. Yeah, that guy's not even shooting me, so why bother attacking them? If they're not aggressive towards me, then they're also not talking to me. I'm also surprised at how long some of the levels have been. Medkit, nice. Hey, Neston. We're on day 2 of the first playthrough. I'm back in, where is it? Kurdistan, I think it is? Turkestan? I don't remember what they said. Possibly the last level, though. I beat On Job, and then he said to come back here. Now I'm in, like, a war-torn area. You're, like, peeling potatoes. Okay. I hate potatoes, don't you? Yeah. Games should have reasonably length levels. I think what's just surprising to me is just how long some of them are for a Game Boy game. I mean, I don't mind. And plus you can save at any time, so like, you know, the fact that it has like a battery backup really doesn't matter. You know, it means like the levels can be however long they want to be. I don't know why we shoot, we just follow orders. Don't know if there's another way I could have gone. You must be James Bond. A mutual friend asked me to assist you during your stay here. I may, but what is in it for me? I'll tell you what's in it for me, Mr. Bond. You destroy my enemies, Saddam and Qatar, and I'll reveal the location of General Golgov. It's my understanding that Golgov is assisting your enemy, Qatar. How then would you know the General's location? Spies, Mr. Bond, one of the greatest weapons in war. In spying on my enemy, Qatar, I was able to trace his weapons supply back to the General. Time is running short, Bond. Give me what I want, and you'll get what you want. Interesting. Yeah, or a password system. But thankfully, you know, the battery, I mean, this game could just be like one big long adventure. It doesn't really have to be put into levels, but because it's in different cities, that naturally turns it into levels. I'm sorry, Mr. Bond, but I cannot show you the way to the General until you get rid of my... Okay. So I wonder how to find these guys. No one may pass without Mustafa's permission. How do I get Mustafa's permission? I can't even kill that guy. It's mutual blackmail. Alright. Although I guess not really, because I don't have anything on him. Need Mustafa's permission. Where's Mustafa? Actually, can I do... Hold up. Will there be another medkit in here? Will that have respawned already? Yeah, Black Market was interesting to go through. That was, and the fact that, I don't know if I did it wrong, but I had to go through it twice because I got the diamond and then it kicked me out. And then I had to do it again. That was weird. Okay, so I don't know where Mustafa is. Maybe I need to go a different area. This could be completely wrong and stupid. Okay. So I don't know where these things are going to show up. They're just like fully random, it seems. God damn. I want to die. The casino was more annoying than the black market just because I had to do the stupid gambling over and over again until I finally won. This is not the kind of like random maze level thing I want. I don't want to have like random stupid things happening. Oh, you are actually attacking. Okay. Okay, I can't talk to you at all. Weird. Okay. Well, maybe I will just go for this because I have a bunch of whatever. Oh yeah, I'm definitely playing without retro achievements. This is on cartridge and a Super Game Boy. That's a new vote, by the way, if you want to... Well, not for you, Nelson. I think you voted yesterday, but Turtle, if you want to vote, feel free to do so. That we're going to run that poll after I'm done with this game. Got a med kit, that's nice. Can't go in there. Alright, so they're just like forced to shoot those things, but I can't interact with them, can't, whatever. Oops. Oh, you butt. Rocket launcher, that's good. Am I full on medkits? I am. Let's just use... Well, we'll get one ready to use. Oh, that's cheap. That is so cheap. Okay. Saddam has very powerful guns, but is frightened easily. Interesting. After I'm done with this, I'm gonna look at the retro achievements list and see what kind of stuff there is. I'm curious. There has to be some sort of like a speedrunning achievement, right? To say you have to beat it in X amount of time. Can't get in there. Wish I could talk to those people. Oh, why aren't you in uniform, soldier? I'm afraid you got the wrong man. However, I believe you can help me. I'm looking for information on a man by the name of Golgov. Saddam, how dare you walk in here and demand information from me? Let's, I don't know what he's gonna throw at me. Okay, one rocket launcher bullet did it. Okay, no speedrun achievements at all. And thank you very much for voting. General Golgov has supplied both my army and the army of my ally to the north with weapons. I never deal with him directly. Qatar is the one you want. He knows how to reach the general. It's amazing that someone as spineless as you can do so much harm to other people. Can I pick up anything? That was funny. Can't talk to him again. So I don't know where, what's his face is. I'm also gonna take the heavy vest off. So I don't waste that in case I need it against Qatar. Can't talk to you. Brian Neasley. Okay, so I did all that. So now I gotta find another way through, I guess? I don't have the watch anymore, do I? I have the marble. I still don't fully know what it does? I feel like I use that to escape the cell. Oh, what cheap bullshit that is. How am I supposed to avoid that? Like as soon as I get on the screen. Okay, now where am I? Garbage. Now I have to remember which way I have been. So I can go different ways. This is how I got to Saddam, right? Oh no, this looks different. I should use a med kit, because if I find one, I'm not going to be able to keep it. I think I'm maxed out on med kits, so... I found grenades. Unless the shields can... Maybe that'll block those projectiles that come up? Maybe not. Okay, so another potato peeler guy, that's all he says. Ah, now I'm at guitar, okay. How dare you interrupt me? Planning war tactics requires my undivided attention. An acquaintance of yours by the name of Oddjob directed me to you. He said that you would know how to reach General Golgov. If General Golgov wanted to be in touch with you, you would not be here, disrupting me. Believe me, it is in your best interest to tell me Golgov's location. It's clear that you are an enemy of the General's, and therefore an enemy of mine. You will get no help from me. Let's, Jeez, he takes a lot of hits. There he goes. Alright, so he's dead. Let's do that to be safe. Alright, so now I can go back. I think I have to go to the right-hand path. Oh, shit, you're back, huh? Okay. You know you're free. You don't have to do the potato thing anymore. Free med kit, that's nice. Now I've not been this way at all, so I'm curious to know like what kind of stuff there is. Oh, nothing. I don't know why we shoot, we just follow orders. I don't know why we shoot, we just follow orders. Okay. Wonder if there's a way to like destroy those. Okay, well I might die right here before I get a chance to... What's that? Oh yeah, these are the ones that don't attack for some reason. Okay. Medkit probably replenishes? Yep. That's a really handy feature of this game, is that like if you die, then the stuff that you were doing, or that you collected, can be collected again. Alright, nice work, Mr. Bond. What my enemies didn't realize is that the general was only supplying them with weapons to make our country weak with war. That way, it'll be easier for him to invade and take over. You have done my people a great service. The guard below will now let you pass. Follow the path to the east to exit our village, then travel north towards Russia. I will have my guide assist you on your trip. General's base is protected with state-of-the-art weapons. This mirror will protect you from some of the weapons. Perfect. Okay, so I think that's the last unique item that the manual has shown me that I can get. Hurry, Mr. Bond, it won't take long for the general to realize that Saddam and Qatar have been defeated. My guide will help you reach Russia. Didn't you also have a thing? Yeah. Please have a safe journey, Mr. Bond. Okay. Well, Mr. Bond, I will join you in your journey to Russia. And there we go. I wonder if I could have just gone past him and see what would have been there. Alright, so we're not fully out of the woods yet. I thought that was going to be the last level, but if we're counting different countries as different levels, then... maybe this is it now. Save and continue. This is as far as I dare go. Mr. Bond, if you are able to reach the northeast corner of this junkyard, you'll find one of General Golgov's henchmen. Defeat him, and you can enter the General's hidden base. Good luck. I need to get to the northeast corner. Well, I can't start by going north. I have the satellite. Alright, so let's... Very bottom. I'm sure this is safe, right? Like these symbols mean safe. Oh, I was hoping you'd be friendly. Maybe they don't care. I'll take that. I'll do the light. Alright, northeast. Oh damn, really? Grenade boy. Okay. Can't reach him. Can I reach him with this? No. Don't make it hard on me. I'm full on med packs now. Oh, I can't even get over here? That sucks. Alright, so that's probably, you know, at least I cleared out a bunch of people. Timing is all off. It doesn't matter too much though. Health-wise, I'm doing alright. Is this like a main? Oh, I'm like out of machine gun. I'm not getting more. So... everything is so samey. Alright, another dead end. This is where the satellite map would be helpful if it was good. Instead of just showing me coordinates, if it actually like showed me more what I've uncovered. Oh god. Guy's a rocket launcher guy. Alright, well I guess I'll just keep going down and around until I run out of stuff. That was bad. He hit me with the rocket launcher. This guy also a rocket launcher guy? Yup. Be careful with this. Okay. Yeah, the rocket launcher guys are no joke. The one that I got this shield from took a lot of hits because he had the shield. And he was just like a random enemy in the level. I think Oddjob's base was also pretty tough. Overall, this is gonna be another dead end, isn't it? Oh, not yet. Okay. Grenade guys just throw stuff over you, so it's not a big deal. Ooh, wow, okay. Kind of wondering where the old northeast corner is here. This guy's dangerous. He's a. At least they don't respawn like unless you die, so that's a very helpful aspect of things. I am nowhere near the northeast corner. I'm actually kind of curious to go to the left and see what happens. Nothing else, I can hopefully clear these guys out, and hopefully they'll stay cleared out. Okay. That was helpful. Where am I now? I feel like I looped around? No, I'm at the top right, okay. This is a confusing layout. Everything looks so samey. It's really difficult to know what the hell's going on. Definitely want to take care of this gray guy because he's a problem. Got some good methodology thing. They do respawn? I don't think they have so far. I mean, I've been going through a lot of levels where they haven't. I think I'm just... Everything looks the same in terms of layout, that I don't think that they are. Oh geez, that's a very dangerous one. It's very possible I'm wrong, but this is a very large map. I haven't hit a dead end in a while. In other levels, they do not. I can definitely say that they do not respawn in other levels. Unless you die. Hey, Steve Comebacks, how you doing? Day 2. Oh god, I'm about to die. I mean, I have enough rocket launcher ammo, I could just do this real quick. You know, it'd help if I actually hit the people. There we go. Here I am conserving ammo when there's like no such thing as conserving ammo in some of these things. That's the northeast corner I need to be in. Okay. Now they might respawn after I go into that northeast corner and then come out. Once I exit the building, they may all be back, which will suck, but it's possible. In fact, I'm kind of expecting it. Oh god, okay. Okay, I'm dead. Damn it! Now they're gonna respawn because I have to, like, do the entire area all over again. Ah, shit. I mean, when have you ever known Bond villains to be, like, super smart, though, right? So yeah, using the nuclear... I mean, they're already broken anyway, so it doesn't matter. Let me leave. And we are going to... do that. Those guys in gray are no joke. Dead end. Yeah, exactly. They always end up getting outsmarted by Bond. I mean, really, their downside is that they spend too much time talking. Something hit me. Oh, it was a trap box. It's so rare that that happens that I forgot it was a thing. I think I can hit this guy with the pistol without it. Thing going. I mean, they have Bond in compromising positions so many times, and they just sit around and talk to him for a while. Of course. Of course things are going to go poorly. I should do this first. Play. This guy doesn't care if like you're right up in his face. He can't hit you with those grenades, so. I think that guy kicked my butt last time. I think I've been this way, so let's try going this way since. Oh, regular pistol ammo, interesting. Yeah, they create like this big like Rube Goldbergian device and it spends 30 minutes like, oh yeah, this laser will cut off your nards in 45 minutes. Hope you don't have time to escape. It's like you could like just grab, you know, like you're right there, just stab them with something, you know? I have a more light vest. I was gonna use a light vest there. Back away. Oh, dead end. Okay. Well, I still don't know which way I've messed up. It came from here, right? Yeah. Oh, this is bad. Cool. Oh, he got me. Okay. It could have been worse, though. Wonder, the mirror is probably just against lasers. Like, I honestly fully expect to be tied up with the laser coming towards me, and then I use the mirror to, like, escape. I feel like that's how this is gonna go. I'm full on medkits, so I'll just use a medkit. And now I think I have to go downwards. I think I've done everything up to the left side, and that was a bad. So find out. Okay, thank you. Kind of messed up, but it's not the worst. We're both having a lot of trouble getting our shots off there. The shield helps a little bit, but the timing is tough to get down. I don't know if it's worth it to go to the left. I think I just looped around a bit, didn't I? Yeah. Yup, okay. So, I need to probably go down here. A lot of people. Oh, hold on a second. This is probably a spam call. Yep. Okay. Getting a lot better about my chances now. Here, let's... Oh, I'm only down to 9 grenades. Okay, let's... That. Now you are a... Whatever. Grenade boy. A lot of grenade boys in a row. They're the easiest ones to go after. Thank you for the med kit. Damn it. One of these ways has to be correct. Practically cleared out the whole map by now. You gotta be kidding me. Can you give me grenades, Mr.? Oh, that's rocket launcher. I'm glad I didn't try to beat this game last night. Holy shit. Well, I did try to beat it last night, but I mean, like, I'm glad I didn't stay up longer than normal to try to beat it. That's what I should say. Are there any mazes like in Zelda that you need to go a specific path to unveil an objective? Like, I don't know for sure, but I don't think so. I think this is really just like a bunch of dead ends where it's just a maze of tunnels and you have to figure it out. Sort of like how Tibet was. I'm not sure if you were around for all of that, but like going through the mountains of Tibet, there's a very specific way you needed to go. And I got lost and did not do it properly. And part of what helped me learn that I did it wrong was that the enemies did not respawn. And so I could like learn from my mistakes in that way. By seeing what paths were clear, which ones still had enemies. So I think this is kind of the same scenario. So that's nothing. I don't want to go that way. And then that also means that if I go downwards here, I'll just be clearing out enemies, but let's do that because I want to make sure that I'm safe. Yeah, I was saying, like, the Tibet level in this game from last night, there's like a bunch of mountains and caves I had to go through. But yeah, I don't know, we'll see what happens on this. I think what I'm going to try to do here is just rock it. Damn it. Not ideal, but I'm still alive. The heavy, or the white jacket thing actually saved me more than I thought it would. This is probably the right way to go. I'm really surprised that it took 3 stupid things to do. Is it true that you can't be Wave Race on Game Boy? No, not at all. I've done it. I did it last year, actually. My first game of 2021. I think mine is one of the first, if not the first, videos that shows it being done. Took about 30 hours. But yeah, it's really, really hard. It took a lot of practice and it took a lot of luck. I honestly think that luck is a big, big factor on it. But yeah. Jaws. Bond, I see you're as witty as ever. Hey, Jaws. Oh, okay, I'm in the fight. Let's get a heavy vest on. I don't... Okay, actually, I don't know. Maybe I should have a weapon on me, actually, instead. Hold on. Let me do it like this. Oh god. I need to like come up here and like have him... Aha! I see. It's so weird. Okay, so it's like they're magnets, but they I don't know, they don't look like magnets. I always thought he had a magnetic personality. Oh yeah, there were some major rage moments in that game. In Wave Race. Oh man, but so like honestly, I think part of the problem is like each race has its own like AI randomization. And so you can know the courses perfectly, but you might have an AI configuration where you cannot win because the first place person is just going to have way too much boost, whatever. It's just a huge pain in the butt. So it definitely requires a lot of luck. So I beat Jaws, which I didn't even know was in the game, but he is. I don't know which way to go now. This looks wrong. So we're back to another maze. I thought that was going to be like an instant death. Oh, hey, you're here. How did you get here? When I contacted Mustafa, he told me all about Golgov. I was unable to contact you, so I decided to pursue him myself. I walked into a trap. He's crazy, James. He's going to launch these missiles. Stop him. Alright, well, let's see if can I save you? This looks bad. Easy. Thinking about buying the Saga collection on Steam. Not sure if it's worth it for like 20 euros. I mean, it's 3 games for $20. Well, 20 euros. I would say yes. I've only played the first one. I'm not an RPG guy, but if you know that you are, I thought the first one was fine. I ran into a soft lock at the end, so I basically had to play through the entire game twice, which wasn't a good impression. I have enough medkit system. But yeah, I mean, in terms of a price, I think that seems like a pretty fair deal. This seems dangerous. I have like 3 things and I have no idea what sequence to put them in. I'm gonna hold off. I'm not even gonna bother. I thought that would lead to, what's-her-face, but it's not. Okay, so I have to, like, see what's going on. Wait, I haven't been over here, though. Ew. Oh, I can't get that guy. Interesting. Alright, so that's that part. They're still in the down position. And that didn't change anything with that, so I guess I do have to go back to those switches and just mess around? Nobody has told me anything about... Oh, wait. Down and up is correct for that guy. Does that mean anything for this one over here? Go over here. If I do down and up, opposite. Yeah, okay. Whoops. Medkit time. So which games are you guys planning on getting in 3DS and Wii U? What's still on your wish list you haven't picked up yet? Welcome on in, Lord Avatar. How you doing? Bond, gold bond, made to get a powder. I'll need that by the end of this game. We're still going. I beat Odd Job last night. I beat Jaws tonight. I'm on my way to General Golgov. I think I'm in his lair at this point. I think this should hopefully be it. And then there's another 3 switches. So I don't know what to do with these 3 switches yet. That did something good. The down, up, down was good there. What about over here on the other side? I mean, I just had to play around with this. Like, there's nothing in this game that has told me the sequence. I just tried that. I'm worried that what I'm experiencing right now is a countdown. That also worked? Okay. Okay. Whatever. I got two theme music chimes. So let's see if I can get through the middle part. Let me see if I can talk to her again. She's still wrapped up in the thing? Yep, okay. So it did not free her from that missile. But hopefully this means that I'm good to go up. Yeah, I've not been able to go this far before. Oh good, more maze. Alright, alright. Okay, that looks like a map. 21 rocket things. I have a bunch of machine gun though. Ah! I got greedy. I should have healed when I got pushed back to the other screen. Doesn't sound good. Is she still alive? Did that kill her? Because I know that sometimes my deaths can affect things. James, help me. How'd you get here? Okay. Got it. Yeah, this is just nothing, I think. It's just... whatever. Oh, is everything... maybe I don't have to worry about this anymore. Yeah, like if it's still all open, then... okay. Let's go to the right. What's over here to the right? Oh god. Come on! Man! They must have had stronger weapons than what it looked like. Hey, Chineko. How's it going? Nice game and watch. Well, thank you. I am playing the game inside of a watch, aren't I? Let's talk to her again, just to make sure. I think I can just go up. guys. Let's just play it smart when there's multiple enemies on the screen. Alright, go in different directions. Alright, so I got heavy vest. 21 rockets. Bunch of pistol. Returning grenade. Really, this doesn't actually tell me anything? I could have sworn that this would be like a... something. I thought it would be something. It's not anything so far. Alright, well what's down then? Dude. Crushed me. That was overkill, I shouldn't be doing that, but... Okay, so more switches. Again, I have no idea what to do with those specifically. There's nothing in the game that tells me what the pattern is, as far as I know. So let me just, I'm gonna keep exploring the rest of the thing to see if I get any sort of clues. But that also probably means that there's like nothing I can do over here, right? I could do... Maybe the floor is what's telling me? But no, right? Yeah, okay. So whatever, I got it right. Maybe I should just go back and fuck with that other one until I hear the little jingle. Wait, was it? Have I gone this way? This is where the map room is. Map room doesn't do anything different now, does it? Okay. So do those. I haven't even tried going this way before. Alright, so I have not unlocked this door. That must be from this other side. Take it, and I'll use it. Nothing hiding in here. Weird little hidey hole. Guess meant to be to have a brief refuge from enemies if you need it. Oh, just pure guesswork. Would have thought it'd take me like 6 hours to get through, 6.5 hours to get through this level. Oh god, you're hurting me big. Okay, let's rocket launcher you in the face. And then I think I need to keep this because I might need to kill some other people. Well, I just got a couple medkits I can't use. Yeah, also another largely useless map room. So I should have a door open here. Well, maybe not. But now the switches appeared, which I don't think were there before, so that's new. Or maybe this is a different area than I saw before. Well, whatever. The important thing is progress. I mean, fine, I don't know. This part kind of bugs me just because I wish there was something within the game where you get told what the different combinations were, instead of just random guesses. Bond, beg your pardon. Forgot to knock. Mr. Bond, I've been expecting you. Tell me, General Bulgov, does plunging the entire region into war really compensate for the disarming of Russia? You must be referring to the arms deals. They are only a vehicle to show my power. With your disregard for human life, you are in no position to have power. The world is changing in a dangerous direction. World leaders are making treaties and disarming entire military arsenals. Without an army to enforce order, chaos will rule the world. Correction. Criminal brain. Wait, what? Correction, criminal brain. The breakdown of arms is the first step towards an era of peace and safety for all countries. Enough, Bond. Observe the instrument of Armageddon. You expect me to surrender? No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to die. I expect you to understand movie references. Alright. Rocket launcher. Ooh. Hit me big time. He's going after me. I don't know. Okay, so that didn't help me. There we go. Oh god, what a sad day for the world. It has just lost its greatest leader. Although you have defeated me, Bond, you cannot escape the destiny I've created. When do I use the mirror? Probably soon. When do I use this marble thing, too? Can I just, like, throw it on the floor? James, the General started the launch sequence for his nuclear missiles. You must quickly disarm them. Can't use that. So I have to find... Is that correct? Okay. I'm assuming I'm good. Just turn everything off. Hold on. Should I'm still gonna keep the marble equipped, like who knows? I don't know. Oh! That was a bad. Need to keep that one as is. So I can't shoot it back at them. Okay. That looks like I don't want to fall in there. This is very weird. That one's already down, so do I put it up? This seems like a bad idea, right? Okay, so yeah, just keep it down. But there's still one that was up there. That one's also down, so that's probably okay. I'm so confused. How do I walk past that without getting bodied? Okay, well I died. Double 7, stop those missiles. The world depends on it. I wonder what kind of time limit I'm actually working with right now. So I just have to... Maybe I should just have a med kit equipped just so I'm ready to go in case I need one. Those lasers. This is the one that has to stay up. It feels counterintuitive to have any of them in the armed position, but I guess I need to. Okay, so I can't go there. It's the classic theme, but it has like a sense of urgency to it. Makes me feel like there might be a time limit, but I don't know for sure. I feel like I'm messing up. I don't see a time limit on the world, so I don't know. Very confused. How did I get past it the line? Oh my god, sometimes it just double clicks. What am I doing wrong here? Go over here. Okay, that's fine. This one's bad. Ugh. Don't remember what I did. Okay, that worked, I guess. Bullshit! Come on now. The mirror's supposed to help with the fucking lasers. I guess those aren't lasers. Let me do this, and then I'll get this up. What the hell? Because I can't walk down this way, like that. That sucks! You can't walk down while holding the lasers to the side, so what the fuck am I supposed to do there? I'm gonna run out of med kits. There's gotta be something I can do that I'm just too dumb to realize. Maybe I can time it, it just doesn't seem like I can. There's no way to just hack this. I don't know if I can get through it without getting hit, because I'm so... Okay. Like, the timing is going to be so tough. Alright, so for this one... Flip it off. And then that might be the only one that I touch. I sort of stagger myself too. That also will help. Okay, okay. God damn. Ain't this some shit? There we go. Ah, okay, I figured it out though. You have to be on the wall, hugging the wall already, then you can do it. That'll save me some. Sometimes it takes me a while. If the best ending relies on me not dying at all in this game, we're gonna be here for a while. Like, I honestly can't think of a whole lot that I could do differently in the game to get a different ending. I know basically what I was told is that it involved talking to people in a certain order. So there's something that I, you know, something different about that that could happen. But I don't know. Maybe not being as thorough. Maybe I was thorough enough. I guess we'll find out. So much better. Me actually passing. Is that her? Did she get untied? I think I got that one missile there. I don't know if I'm gonna have stuff. I can't believe I still got hit there. Well, I have some extra. Again, I got hit. Fine. I mean, I have some med kits. Okay. No matches with this in Link's Awakening. How much of a time gap was there? It was like a few years, right? No reason to go that way. This to go. Is there any? Gotten all of them, right? James, you haven't stopped all the missile launch sequences. We can't shut down the power to this base until you've done this. Okay. Which one am I missing? That one's down. There's one. Two. Three. They go around here. There's none downwards that I can see. Oh, I didn't get this one. Maybe I switched it back on accident? Like that? Link's Awakening was 92. Why does it feel like it's more recent than that? I knew James Bond was a little bit of a later release, so I had that going for me at least. Shut down the power grid and let's get out of here. Yay! Are you okay, Zhongmei? Now that Golgov's operation has been destroyed, my people and I can begin to rebuild our lives. I want to thank you for helping me make that possible. With the missiles in competent hands, we can enjoy a well-deserved vacation. What did you have in mind? I thought I would take you home. On a slow boat to China. No. Oh, James. You racist piece of shit. Coder. Well done, Bond. This British submarine is currently en route to China. They've been asked to escort you and your guests there. Please report back to London as soon as possible. James, it sounds like our trip is being cut short. Relax, darling. The captain of this vessel owes me a favor. We won't see land for a very long time. Oh, James. Game over. Here's credits. Let me pause. We're at almost 7 hours. Alright. James Bond. Is that just... Congratulations! Try these names to play the card games. E-Jack, Backer, and Red Dog. So if I just want to play the casino games by themselves, I can input those as new file names. No thank you. But interesting feature at least. So that's James Bond 007 for Game Boy.